Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Libra August 23, 2022. Mars moves into your sector of reputation and responsibilities today, and will spend a longer time than usual there until March. It's a competitive and energetic cycle for goal-related or professional matters. While conflicts can emerge, you are motivated to push yourself to excel and improve, consider your long-term goals, and take charge of your obligations. Later in the cycle, when Mars retrogrades, from October 30th to January 12th, you may question some of your goals and plans, and you'll learn how to better manage and organize your time. For now, you're especially eager to perform, pursue your goals, and embrace your ambitions. There can be times during this cycle when you feel you are on the hot seat with more attention coming your way, or when you feel challenged, but it can very well motivate you to organize your life to your benefit. Today, Mercury in your sign is heading into an opposition with Neptune, and you might be frustrated with others who can seem to be unresponsive, indifferent, imprecise, or extremely vague. Situations are ambiguous when you're seeking definite answers. If possible and appropriate, try to let things be and depend on yourself for the time being. Watch that you don't say something that leaves too many things open to interpretation. Life is shifting into the fast lane for you. This is because mighty Mars, the red planet of passion and energy, has entered your solar 10th house of achievement and will spin back and forth here until March 2023. On the one hand, this could shift your priorities away from your personal and romantic life significantly and make it harder for singles to meet someone new if they're constantly on the grind. Couples may feel friction too if you're burning the candle at both ends but not making quality, intimate time. Be sure you have your cap on right as you venture into this newfound period. Where do you want your career to go? A few different avenues might come up now that Mars is in mental Gemini. Now that Mars is rather intellectually and socially divergent, you could feel like you are in between opportunities for your career to go in one direction over the other. Although you might feel a little scatterbrained, you do have the mental authority to direct your career path either way. You could even come up with a way to have the best of both worlds as you pursue all of your professional opportunities. Having the moon not only in your career sector during Mars' first full day here but at a friendly aspect to Saturn in your work sector is a window into some powerful professional forces over the coming weeks and months, and with perfect timing. The professional gods are getting into position ahead of the first planetary activity of the year on the income front, which begins next week. You may feel lonely and blue today for no apparent reason. Don't succumb to the temptation to close yourself off. We all need outside communication once in a while. Start thinking about activities that make you feel good. Has it been a while since you've had a good heart-to-heart chat with your best friend? Does volunteer work appeal to you? Maybe you'd like to start taking some type of virtual class once a week. Try yoga. The effects of yoga are profound. If the last few days have destabilized you a little, today should be the day that you find an equilibrium again. The challenge will consist in make your relationships with family and friends better, to smooth things out and look for common ground. Don't step up the rhythm too much though, and above all don't be impatient. You will have to closely collaborate with others and be diplomatic. The sun's return to a nostalgic and reflective part of your chart today brings you to the start of the month-long wind down of your current solar year. While Mercury is just 3 days away from becoming the first planet to reach Libra this year, for now this is a chance to look back rather than forward. When Mercury returns to Libra later in the week, this will give you the best of both worlds, with a chance to open new doors before having to first close old doors. The moon's departure from an adventurous part of your chart yesterday was always going to leave behind a mix of romance, adventure, and nostalgia, but with a big difference with this monthly visit. Instead of waning once the moon leaves, this is not only set to deepen, but there is passion in the mix thanks to Mars' return over the weekend. Our eyes in sky. The Gemini moon is helping us understand how we can transcend and heal. You might have felt a little tightly wound over the past couple of days, but the vibe right now is perfect for decompressing. The energy is light, and you might feel as though you're flowing from task to task. Be sure to engage with your softer side and indulge in some beautiful fabrics, scents and objects. There is a slight hiccup today because a minor tense connection between the Moon and Pluto could evoke intense emotions. You might encounter people who are looking for balance but unable to create it for themselves. The lunar energy has a tendency to make us put the comfort of others before our own, so watch out for interactions that are too draining for you. If you're naturally empathic, you might need to disengage from people who deplete your energy. There might also be issues concerning injustice or unfairness, which could be powerful triggers that disrupt your calm. Luckily, these issues should dissipate as we glide toward nightfall, just in time for you to enjoy a calm and carefree evening at home. Be sure to enjoy some self-care this evening or find some other way to have a low-key night. After midnight, Mercury in Virgo opposes Neptune in Pisces, provoking misunderstandings. This aspect functions a bit like Mercury retrograde, in that it scrambles communication and prompts assessments based on faulty logic. We might cherry-pick information from correspondence to back up a flawed assumption. We can also fixate on weird highlights within our conversations, so even if we comprehend what friends are saying at a surface level, it is impossible to give appropriate feedback. This is obviously not a good influence for detail work, having time-sensitive discussions, or signing contracts. Negotiations may seem to arrive at a satisfactory conclusion, but we'll have to double-check later to clear up confusion. In the pre-dawn hours, Vesta, which has been retrograde in Pisces since July 7th, backs up into Aquarius. The goddess asteroid of divine inspiration will retrace the steps it took during the 3rd and 4th week of May, so look back to this period to see what was occurring relative to your passion projects. While Vesta transited Pisces, we invoked compassion to attune to the higher spiritual aspects of our calling. However, the egoless haze of Pisces may have also found us becoming distracted or drained by our ambitions. With Vesta back in Aquarius, we remember the root humanitarian motives of our causes. We can also challenge any rules keeping us in predictable boxes. At this time, we may need to reassess the advantages or disadvantages of having community input influence the designs of our sacred work.